doing a little coffee run in the morning. I've already had coffee, but I've got to refill my home supply. Had to get that out of my system real quick. I was probably doing like maybe 80, 85. Not that fast for a motorcycle, but anything screaming in fifth gear on an Evo, it feels like you're going 1,000 miles an hour. But reality is not always what it seems. But what the world has told us the last few years is reality doesn't matter. It's just what you think that matters. So it's just how you feel. This lady has something on the back of her bumper. Looks like a set of Allen keys or something. And it looks like her bumper's been hit, or her tailgate at least. See if we can get her attention without creeping her out. Yeah, it is Allen keys. Well, I'm not gonna grab her from her car while we're moving, because that would be dumb. What's up, Pikachu? It's so nice to be able to sit at a stoplight and not sweat because I'm wearing a jacket. It's been just cold enough to where you want to wear a jacket or something. But when you come to a stop, you just sit there and sweat. Check out that Stingray. Not a big Corvette guy, but I do like Stingrays. Nice car, bro. And here we are. Best coffee in the world. All right, thanks guys. You too. Wasn't planning on having more coffee, but you always have to have more coffee. Let's check out the goods. Bean-shaped gold, baby. You too. So I did shoot that shovelhead chopper announcement video. If you guys haven't checked that out and you're interested in chopper building or motorcycle building, shovelheads, any of the above, go check that video out. The engine has to be completely rebuilt, so I'm looking forward to that. But as far as the rest of the bike, I don't know what I want to do yet. But in the meantime, I do have a cam for this Fatboy I ordered months ago. It's just been sitting in the box in the shop. I got an Andrews EV13. I was stuck between like the 13, 23, I believe, and the 27. The 27 seems to be the most popular amongst Evo fans, but I think I'm going to be happy with the 13. I've been putting it off because it's like whatever, you know, no rush. It was winter time and stuff, but now that it's getting warmer, my dad and my brother both just picked up some bikes, so I've got a nice little crew to go riding with. Everyone has all this high performance stuff, hot rodded out, big bore kits, and I'm cruising around happy as can be with my stock Evo. But I still want to have the option to turn this thing on when they get going, so I guess I've got to stop dragging my feet and put this cam in. I'll see if I can shoot a video on that as well. nothing too complicated. Every Friday afternoon at this intersection, the local police department sets up an ID checkpoint. They've nabbed me twice, and the 2 times I've been caught by them. Once my license was expired and I had no idea it even expired. It was like 5 days after my birthday. And he showed it to me. I was like, damn, I didn't even know, dude. And I always pick up my kids in my truck. Well, then 2 weeks go by, pick up the whole family in my wife's car because we were going to take a trip down to see my family. And of course, I had my wife's vehicle inspected, but I hadn't paid the taxes on it yet. And so they freaking got me for that too. Wrote me a damn ticket to pull off to the side of the road like an idiot. By the time the police officer got over to my car with the ticket, my wife had already gotten online, paid the taxes, and got everything squared away. I was like, man, what are the odds of this? Both the warning and the ticket within like 5 days of both the license and the registration being expired. It's like the local PD is tapped in with Mark Zuckerberg and they know my traffic patterns and they knew they were gonna get me. What's up, Sasquatch? I went on a trip last year with a couple of my buddies to a chopper camp out in LEJ, Georgia. I'd never heard of it before this camp out. It was a pretty cool time, but it's like just outside the Smokies. And so a couple of us took a trip. I know them. They don't realize who it is. I might pop in and say hey. It's funny, man. Those are some good people. But anyway, a couple of my buddies and I took a ride out to some museum they were telling me about. It was a Sasquatch museum. We were like, oh, we got to check this thing out and find out if Sasquatch is real or not. I had like certain beliefs on Sasquatch before I walked into the museum. We got to the end of the museum and my buddy asked me, so what do you think? I was like, bro, I believe in Sasquatch even less after the museum than before. They had in a display case, it had to be like a 3-foot-long Sasquatch poop. And the evidence that it was real, the guy that discovered it relocated it from the ground onto his tailgate and then preserved it with liquid polyurethane out of a can. I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's not how polyurethane works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I thought Sasquatch could be out there, but there it is, right there. Congratulations, now I believe less. I mentioned that my dad picked up a Road King. I've never ridden a Road King, or any touring bike for that matter. I took it for a quick spin a couple of days ago. Man, that thing was like riding a mattress down the street. I couldn't believe how comfortable it was. It's got me kind of jelly, I'm not gonna lie. I love my Mad Max, but that's a different ride, dude. My first couple of videos have had like this big point to make, with the exception of I think my first one was just kind of me cruising around and talking. That's what today was. Headed out to go get coffee, turn my camera on, see what happens. So appreciate you guys joining me in my coffee run. If you guys want to know more about the shovelhead build, go ahead and hit that video in the description below. And I also wanted to give a quick mention. I reached 500 subscribers over the weekend. I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's absolutely nothing. But 500 is 500 more than 0. So thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. I mean, thanks for taking an interest. It really means a lot. We're just getting started on the channel, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can get into. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, that way you guys can get notified whenever I post a video. And if you like coffee, give this video a thumbs up. If you hate coffee, good, more for me. Until next time, guys, peace.